So this is for replacing the LED light. It's broken. The cover broke. So I'm gonna replace this with the new one that Yume sent me. And not sure exactly how it went on. You can't just push it out. So I did a lot of work ahead of time before I wanted to do the recording, so I save you guys time. But these are the original ones, right? And you gotta take all these off. There's going to be some longer ones and some shorter ones. But I cheated. These are M10s. I will show you the box. Okay, the M10 bolts. And what I did was you would have to take all this apart to make it where you could take this off, because this is very heavy. So what I'm using is a stand or a little jack. Okay, and what I did was before you take these off, say you want one right here, okay, still tight, okay, and then what I did was I replaced them with some long ones, and that's going to allow me to slide it out. Okay, so this one's a long one and this one's a long one. Okay, and what that's going to do is when I loosen this up, you're going to see it slide out. And then because these are so much longer than these, I'm going to also use this one to snug it back in. Otherwise, the amount of weight, it'll take more than one person to help, or you want to take the wheel off, the motor off at least for the weight. This, you could probably deal without it, but still, the more weight, the harder it is to do by yourself. So, the original size, the stock size is a 9mm for the bolts. And then for the Allen, it is a 10mm, pretty big size, okay? Same one as the suspension bolts. So go ahead and take all the stock ones off, and if you have these, replace one down here, replace one up there, and this one is an all thread all the way through so that I can control what I want it to do or bring it back together. You guys could do it however you want, but I will show you how much easier this made. Now, of course, it's a different size. Now, see how it's separating? And that is because of the weight. Okay, that's just how heavy this is, that you just can't hold it up. So I'm gonna jack this up a little bit. Okay. And now what I can do is pull it apart. Oops, right? So that gives me more space. I actually want more space than that, but this one, of course, is not long enough, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and use this again. Right? See that? But the nice thing is, you see how it does not, fall off, because I got the bolts holding them. So then what I had to do was take this and just loosen it, correct? And now what you gotta do is, it's threaded. So it's a nice design, but definitely did not make it easy when you have to replace one of the lights. So now it's, oh, hey, just the wire. And now it's on the thread that I grabbed onto. But now I'm about to be out of thread, and I don't think this will fit, but since it's already broken, let's see if I can grab it. Not easy. Now, I know I got a smaller one. Yes. Smaller pliers. Definitely not a design to make it easy to replace, but at least it's replaceable. I'm sure there's many other brands where you can't just replace certain things. You know, I'm so close, but so far. Oh. Huh, it's right here. So it's right here, guys. I bent that one, trying it the wrong way. So now I just gotta, of course, fix it. Okay, jeez. Oops, too much. Okay. Well, lesson learned. Do not connect those fittings until after. Okay, so now this should go through here, See? This is the new one. twist the wire. Look at that, so easy and it's not broken. And now I'm going to just few threads back. Just do a little snug, that's it. And that's it. So it's so much easier putting it back on, right? And now, with these bolts, they're going to automatically help align it, right? Okay, let's go ahead and put this in. So all threads, so you can move in the bolt. And now, if I can hold this, go ahead and bam, and then push down on the scooter. Okay. And then all you need is a couple of threads. Okay. Now, you can see why I had that in there. Now this, okay, now that sucked the whole thing in with all the weight. Don't even need this anymore, okay? Now, of course, you just find the right ones. Let's go ahead and actually slight loosen it so you can see how that falls. Now all you gotta do is shake it in, right? Take this. Now let's go ahead and short ones on the bottom. Yep. Should be, let's see. Okay. Yeah, it's a very tight fit, guys, so I recommend a magnet. And then just for practice, I'm going to do it from the top. Okay. Right. And of course, let's go and turn this way. Short one goes in the bottom. And gotta shake it. Okay. Magnet. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and snug all these. That will allow us to take this off. And put that on. Now, it was a little snug tight before, so I'm going to just snug it on. Make sure each and every one snugged on. And that's it. Alright guys, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to snug the other two. You guys don't need to watch that. And then just put everything in as you had it, or as organized as you want. And that's it. If you guys have any questions, oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this back on. So, as we know, that's the plug, right? So you see this little click, or the click, right? So this way, so we know positive goes to the right, negative goes to the left. And you see that? That's where the tab goes, right? So you want to make sure that click tab goes on that side. And then double check, right? The clip right here, positive on the right, negative on the left, and it does not want to come loose. So I'm going to feed this underneath everything like it was before. And, okay, and now if you want to double check, turn the power back on. There you go. It's red. Was it red before? Or was it orange? No, it was red, huh? Yep, and red. There you go, guys. And of course, I'm sure if you ask them the thread types and links, they might have different colors too if you want to change it to like blue, green, but there you go. It works. If you have any questions, just go ahead and give me a comment and I will ask as best as I can. Thank you.